Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Cities Skylines 2. This is Disarray Valley and yeah, we're growing slowly. I do see a few of these high rents popping up everywhere, so I might yet do another round of maybe a little bit of these low rent housing complexes. So maybe something like that. And we'll slowly get a little bit of low rent going on in this general area here. But we don't want to grow the low rent too significantly because it does get out of hand pretty quickly. Now, I thought this area would be a little bit of utilities, but actually let's quickly, there's a lot of demand for everything. But I thought what we need to do is we actually need to kind of zoom ourselves out a little bit. Can we get rid of the clouds? Yeah, there we go. And then I think we need to think about... so this is the entire area we have. Definitely we can do a forestry industry somewhere over here, but maybe if we can do a joint farming and forestry industry somewhere, we might be able to make that work. And we'll do something that's kind of self-sufficient as well. So we're almost at the end of this milestone. It might actually pop in while we are busy planning this stuff. Let's have a quick look at our natural resources. A little bit of farming over here, oil industry in this area. I want to do a big port at some point. This area here looks like a really good spot for us to kind of retrofit a port. Yeah, even over here might be a pretty good port location. Anyway, don't worry about the port at the moment. What we're keen on is having a little bit of a farming community. So unfortunately, unless we buy a hell of a lot of tiles, but we can, unless we buy a lot of tiles to get all the way from there to there. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of this massive highway that we've got going on here. Can we close this and just have a quick look? Oh, it's a rail. Ah, rail. Where does the rail go? The rail is just generally this little one side-to-side thing. So we would need to kind of expand our rail situation a fair bit. But I'm pretty keen on just building a separate area. So if we were to say... Where's the fertile land? So we kind of picked up the fertile land. Let's just have a quick look at the fertile land situation again. Yeah, it's all in there, so we can actually close those out. Fertile land. Yeah, now we're picking up the entire fertile land section. If we wanted to do that. Right, at the same time, how's the view? I think it's pretty flat. We could certainly do something. Hang on. Let's just have a look. So if we do fertile land here, where's the town going to be? I think the town needs to be over this side. So let's trim that back out. We don't necessarily need that one. And we don't, we're probably going to need that. So if we do this for the town, and then we will need, yeah, it's a little bit of a, we do that and get ourselves a little bit of an interchange coming out to this area here. How many tiles is that? That's 12 tiles. Leaves us with 20 tiles, but I think that's going to be fine. I'm going to purchase that. There we go. So if we purchase that there, we'll pop in, close that out. Let's get a bit of an interchange going on over here, and we'll run our town area over here. That's going to be cool. I like the idea of doing that. We don't need to pause it right now. So let's just close that out and see about a little bit of a... It's going to have to be a bit of a rural interchange, to be honest. With the rail the way it is, can we build rail? I just wonder. Yeah, we can't build rail at the moment. So if we wanted to do something with rail, we'll need to... yeah, that's going to be an interesting interchange situation, but we'll make it work. So do we have highways? We don't. Okay, well let's unlock highways then. Highways it is. There we go. So let's unlock highways. Now that we've got the highways going, we can most certainly give ourselves some form of intersection. Now, okay, so let's do this. Let's levels the terrain, shift the terrain, elevates or lowers the terrain. If we do that and we make the brush size strength a little bit lower, we make it a little smaller. If we were to, unfortunately, we've got these massive power cables over here. You know what? I'm going to go under. Oh, we can't go under with that. We can't go under that. So let's see. Can we can raise it. Excellent. I think that's going to be okay. We raise it up to a reasonable level there. And we do a very similar thing over here. So let's actually level that. And there we go. So that's kind of the idea. And similarly, we'll do that side. And let's see how that looks. Oh, that's more than enough clearance, I think, over there. Now, the only question, however, is can we make this work? So if I were to say just a 2-lane rural kind of highway, if we were to do that, that is conflicting, right? We'll need to go up a little bit more. Let's do that. Let's do that and that and that. Let's see if that works. Let's level it from this level. Okay, so something like that, I'm assuming will work. Let's find ourselves. There we go. Actually, a pretty reasonable situation. How is that looking? I kind of like it. It's fairly rural, right? It's fairly rural in this sense. It's fairly rural. Now let's go from there and say we were in terms of coming out. You would need to. If we were to do a little something like, we need to tie it in. Let's not snap. Let's see if we can't. Yeah, that's beautiful. Can you please actually work? Oh, actually, that's generating a bit of a tunnel there. Overlapping items. Okay, well, let's redo it. Apparently, this isn't going to work. So let's just try that again, actually, and let's quickly level this thing a little bit. Let's do this thing. If we go there, that's not quite. Still not quite what we want. This is what I want, right? Creates a slope. Okay, so the target area is that, right? There we go. There we go. That's a nice and reasonable slope. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side. That area there. There we go. Nice. Presumably that'll work. The idea is really that we will be doing beautiful. There we go. There we go. And this one, I'm going to drop that one there. There we go. We've got a big town. Lots of more money, more permits and things. Let's see progression. We've got EU high density and North American high density and oil drilling. Excellent. Good, good, good. And we can spend a lot more development points. And now we're back at a reasonable amount here in terms of some other things. That's looking pretty reasonable there. So that's awesome. Now, what I want to do is I just want to... What is this? What is new? Oh, we've got a noise barrier. Okay, so let's... If we wanted to... What I'm keen on doing is let's just do something there. And probably just up to something like that, right? And then in the highway section, I want to upgrade this slot like so. We'll get rid of those two, and there we go. That's going to be our tie-in for our ramp. So let's see about... Well, let's now do a bit of snapping here. That's a pretty good little spot here. We're gonna run in there. So there we go. That's our area. I might redo it in the future, but I think for now it's pretty good. I want to do a very similar thing on the other side. So if we say, actually this side we don't need it. We now need it on this side. So if we were to do that, and we were to do maybe this, something like this. I do like these left in, left out kind of, or right in, right out kind of situations. That's what they call it. I do like it. It's pretty cool. And if we upgrade that section and then we delete these, yes, excellent. Our extra nodes is creating us a little bit of an area there. And I do want to still also do, we level it from this spot and we slowly work our way down. Oh, actually, that's the wrong way around. We level it to there and we slowly bring it up. There we go. And we level it to here and we kind of slowly, come on. Oh, there we go. Slowly bring it up. There we go. That's pretty nice. Level there and slowly ramp grade it. There we go. That's going to be cool. We might tweak it down a little bit over here, just a tad. We'll do a little bit of stuff there. Excellent. That's fine. That should work. Now give me my highway connection yet again. In terms of this side, we're just going to go and say, buddies, you're going to go and... Really? It's a... Oh, it is a funny little setup there. Well, let's do that. And then from there, we're going to kind of slowly just... Is that reasonable or is something funny over here? It does look a bit funny. Anyway, we're going to leave that in there for the time being. So that's going to be our situation. And then we'll kind of slope it down and get a bit of a highway connection going. So that's going to be our kind of fairly rural interchange over here with the Cypress Highway. Now let's just do this. Actually, before we do that, we're going to slope it again. So if we go from that, actually from this spot here, and we slowly just naturally slope the terrain down. There we go. And we want to make sure to use that continuous tool. And now we just want to keep in mind where we're heading.
Thank you, Professor.
It is a question of priority.
Interesting news from the city's export division. Sources tell us that our city has more services than we know what to do with.
And what I'll do is I'll just do something like that. I think that's going to be good. That's going to kind of run through this area. We can make the town here. We can go to a forestry industry, and we can actually do some farming there. And we'll do multiple farms. This is a little bit of fertile land, but we'll do way more in terms of farming. Let's have a quick look at what the situation is looking like in terms of this. Okay, yeah, actually, that's pretty cool. I'm going to do the town in this spot. So let's start off by getting ourselves a little bit of a town area here. The blocks here, I think, need to be a little bit bigger. So if we were to do that, okay, there we go. So that's pretty good. At the same time, I'm going to go ahead and upgrade this area here. Nice. Or downgrade it. Let's rather say downgrade. Oh, it is snapping at the moment. Let's do a bit of this. So we kind of downgrade the area as you get into town. Like so. So it's a little slower to get into in town. That's fine. What we'll do also is we'll try and duplicate it on either side. Let's just make sure we're not... Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. I don't mind that. And what we'll do now is we'll... do a little bit of this, and here we can slowly start to do a few other bits and pieces. Perfect little block grid there. That's not a bad little area. So if we start a bit of a town over here, and then we'll see about a farming area. Let's just double check we're not encroaching the farming area. Excellent. I think that's going to be pretty good. And then we can start going into farming areas on the side of town here. So in the good old-fashioned way, we will need to put some services and the likes on the main street here. So we'll put a firehouse in there. We'll get ourselves a school. We'll get to schools now. Let's get a little bit of a clinic. The clinic needs a bit more room, so we can expand that. And then we also need a bit of a police station. Let's get the police station on the other side here. Excellent. As you get into town, that's good. And now we'll get a bit of a commercial going on over here. So we'll definitely want to do... what we don't have is water and the likes. Yeah, we really don't have anything for that. And we don't have... Oh, that's an interesting one. We may want to export some stuff. Or... we're not that far away over here. Let's see about how we do that. Let's pause it for a second. We don't have power or anything. Though we can get ourselves power over there. That's okay. Let's see about extending a few things here. Let's quickly get ourselves some extra slots here. If we were to say 1, 2, 3, 4, we extra 4 here, and we'll kind of connect things across in this area. Let's do that. We'll purchase those tiles, and then what we're going to do is we're going to connect up we'll go all the way over to this side, and we'll connect it in there, and that should work to give us water and sewage connectivity in this town. Believe it will. Yes, no, maybe. Ah, good. Just doesn't have power. That is fine. Now, in terms of power, we are actually exporting power over there, so we could do let's just do an extra substation over here. It'll make sense in the end. Let's get out of that. Get out of this view. And get ourselves a little bit of a transformer somewhere as you get into town. Let's do it like right over there. If we do it that way, we'll grab ourselves a road connection that kind of ties that in. So give me, I think, just a little laneway thing. That's not actually the tool I wanted. Let's try that again. And let's actually do... If we do that, that kind of gets us power in this area. Well, if we get these big guys connected, can we? I'll just switch that off. So yeah, there we go. There we go. So that should give us power in this area also. Right? Oh, it's paused. Switch off the pause. So let's have a look. There we go. Now I've got power. Excellent. Now, the next piece of the puzzle is a little bit of commercial on the strip over here. And even up to there. So there we go. Nice little commercial there. At the same time, we would also like a lot of North American style homes over here. But what we'll do is we'll space them out a little bit. Actually, we'll start off with the nice full set over there. And then we'll slowly start leaving a little bit of gaps in between. Something like this, right? Yeah, let's just like that. That should, that looks pretty good, actually. We'll do a nice big area there, a couple. Trying to maintain a lot of the larger trees in this area, so that we don't necessarily take out all of them. Something like that. Yeah, I like it. We're trying to maintain a pretty reasonable size. Let's speed things up a little bit so these things build a little quicker. So let's do another one over there. A pretty sizable one like so. Over here. Like so. I like some of these things to be reasonably sized. There we go. I like that. That's okay. See about that. I want to do the other side as well. So let's actually fill in that entire section, get it nice and big. And then we'll, well, actually this side we can, let's fill that in pretty nicely. Like so. Yeah, we'll make that area look a little bit denser, actually. Let's do that. Excellent. Good stuff. So it's really filling in nicely over here. There we go. So that's our little town over here. I'm not sure if we're missing anything. We probably need a little bit of internet connectivity. Ooh, a mail area. We do need that. Let's get people over here sorted with a bit of internet. Bit of internet in town. We do need some parks and the likes. So let's grab ourselves a nice park or two. Get ourselves a nice small park. Where? That's nice. I like that. And is this park maintenance? We don't have that. A little dog park. That's not bad. And then there's a tiny little playground, right? Which can really squeeze in almost anywhere. We'll do that. Okay, excellent. Now, we also probably need a bit of a school in this area. So let's get an elementary school. And I think maybe something like that's going to be pretty good. Get ourselves a nice little elementary school in this area too. Nice. Now things are starting to move. Excellent. So people are taking their journey. Let's see, is our interchange doing some stuff? Yeah, people are making the move onto the highway and off. I like it. I like it. This is our little town, guys. A little extra town in this area. Is there anything else missing? Do we need a little bit of commercial? I mean, there's a nice little commercial strip on here. Quite pretty rural looking. Yeah, I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. Still, we'll still have some stuff. Okay, now, the next piece of this puzzle is for us to have a look at a farming, bit of a farming area. Right, so farming, we can get there, but let's add a few more houses though. Here we go. So a little bit of that, just a little bit more rural looking, at least. And now we'll kind of grow from here. But that's kind of the starting point for the town. It's not a perfect area, but anyway, that's a good starting point. And what we'll do is we'll slowly start. What kind of rural roads can we use? Really, we can't. So if we do alleys, that's not going to work. Gravel roads, maybe. Gravel roads is probably the right thing to do. Let's start off with a little bit of this. And the key would be for me is to try and do this. We'll do something like that. And then what we'll do is we'll run a little bit of rural connectivity through there.
Land of art and culture. Que bon, as they say. And an aria inspired by the infamous 50s.
We'll do something like that. We'll tie that in again. And in this area, we'll go with a nice and straight connection through there. I kind of like that. And from here, we're just going to make sure we... What is going on here? Let's take off snapping. We'll sort it out from the middle there.
That's good for business and good for the community.
Thanks, Jim. We'll be back after this. Industry.
All good. I just don't want to get the... Yeah, anyway, that seems a pretty reasonable little area. And now we can start looking at some farms, right? So if we were to say farming areas, obviously these things need to be... We'll have one farm over there. Which side is it going? Let's trim it back a little. Actually, let's not get it. Let's not hug the road completely there. Take it up to about there, and we'll kind of leave a little bit of gap there. And the idea is we try and maximize this area a little. There we go. And I'm kind of keen to put a few more houses in this area. If we grab that and we do a house there and a house there. All right, so at least it's going to start looking the part, and we'll get some stuff going in that area. It's pretty cool. What we could also do is we could kind of do... Just snap it so we get it pretty. That's crappy. Let's try that again. We do something like that. That's actually pretty nice. And what I'll do is I'll actually stop people from. It's not the end of the world if they want to turn that way. That's all good. That's fine. And now we can actually expand our housing in this area a fair bit, actually. Here we go. That's pretty cool. Like so. Nicely done. Nicely done. We can do the other side as well, but I think that's kind of a slow step down into a rural society here. We do need a name for this little town. So do tell me if you've got one. What we'll do is we'll also kind of extend now we're going to go from there. Can we not snap in the... It doesn't want to snap us, does it? Come on, how's this going to work? It's not ideal. I'll have to redo that at some point. But anyway, that's kind of looking the part a little bit, town into rural area here. We can do a couple of extra farms quickly, and we'll kind of end the episode there. Let's get a few more extractors going. So what was this? Was this vegetable? That's vegetables. We'll get some grain. Do we need anything else, really? Do we need... Yeah, let's just get a little bit of grain going too. This one I might... Yeah, let's do it there. Yeah, and oops, let's get it there and there. There we go. That's a nice little farm there, that one. And we'll do some more of them. Oh, things are actually happening in this area. I like it. This area is pretty nifty. People like it. Yeah, the town is pretty much integrated. We can do a forestry industry here as well. It'll be a pretty nice little town if we can do that. Yeah, we might see about a few things. That's okay. Now let's see what else can we get here in terms of another extractor. I'm going to do another vegetable. And actually this one, I'm going to squeeze into this area here. This one I'm going to do all the way up to the road edge, just to see if it. I want to make it look a little bit variable, to be honest. So something like that looks like a nice little divide in between these farmland areas. And we can obviously. I want to do a bit more housing and stuff in here, but we can do livestock farms and things like that as well. As we go out into this area, I think a lot more farms can be done. Actually, let's expand the road network just a tad in this area. Pretty straight though. I would like it to be pretty straight. If we do that, should be able to tie in that way pretty nicely. Let's see if we create a little bit of an interesting situation here. Just kind of on this ridge a little bit, and what I might do is I might just straighten this up a little bit like so, and then what we'll do is we'll have this road tie in nice and straight over there. Yeah, I like that. This one we will do a little bit like this, right? So we get a little bit of interest there, and what we'll do is we'll try and do that. So a little bit of kinks and things, and a lot of straight sections as well. This area is still bugging me. I'm just going to redo that. So let's do that. We do this one. See if we can tie. Can I please just not snap it, right? Can you just go into the middle? Yeah, there we go. That's what I like. There we go. So now it's a pretty nice little stretch into town there. And this side, now snapping back on again. Let's give it a little section through here, nice and straight, and then again with the snapping, guys. Straighten this up now. There we go. So now that's a bit of a rural road network into the farming area. So it's not perfectly straight, but it's got some fairly straight sections and straight lines in there as well. So guys, I'm going to leave it there. Please put your naming suggestions for this town into the comments. We will check our stats around this town a little bit in the future. But I do like the idea that we can build things like that and they're kind of interconnected. But we do need to keep an eye on this town also. All of our demands are good. We're just about breaking even at the moment. But we'll continue the journey as we go along. I do like this. It's a little bit shiny, though. But I like it. Guys, I'll see you in the next one. If you've enjoyed it, hit that like button. Bye-bye.